Good evening, everyone. Or good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. All of a sudden my menu controllers quit working. Let's see if we can restart this. We're going to reset. We are starting from about 2 miles from my house, roughly. So we're going to start here at Poplar Grove Airport, Northern Illinois.
77 traffic, Cessna, Alpha Sierra, X-Ray Golf Sierra. Taking off from runway 12. Departing straight out, Charlie 77.
Alright, so my co-pilot made the call. So we are going to go ahead and take off here. Alright, so we are in Microsoft Flight Simulator 24. This is the first time. I didn't realize I had this. I was going through my library. And, got it in. I had never downloaded. I had got it, but never downloaded it. So we are going to take a flight from Poplar Grove here. And we can actually get out and walk around the plane here. So this is our plane. This is a fairly accurate depiction of Poplar Grove Airport here. Those are the maintenance hangars, and I have been at this airport before. There's over there to the left, that is more hangars. There's also a museum right over there. So we'll get back in our Cessna here and see if it's going to let me. Let me get back in. Oh, we gotta go check everything here. We'll go check everything. Oh, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. There we go. Now we'll get back in the plane. Alright, so theoretically we've already done all of our checklists. We are going to go, we're in cursor mode, okay, so we can actually, there we go. Alright, we're going to set our throttle. Our parking brake is on. I like to actually get rid of the yoke here while I'm doing this. Alright, I have not done a lot of this. We're going to set our pitch trim down to like 1. Start off how that works. Alright, so mixture at 100. Throttle, we're going to throttle up to 100. We got flaps. Flaps are at 33%, which I believe is the correct setting for takeoff in this plane. You got greens. Oil pressure is good. Oil temp's good. Fuel flow, gallons per hour is a little high, but we're going to be dealing with that when we get up in the air. And we are going to take off, and then I gotta quickly get out of the cursor mode, so I have some control here. There we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Little rudder control, little steering control. And we're gonna rotate at 50. Airspeed is active. And rotate. Why is it stalling it? Okay, there we go. Oh, we need to be at 75 for climbing. There we go. Alright. Now we're going to climb. Now we're coming up. We're heading southeast. So we're going to come up here, get a little bit of airspeed. A little bit of altitude. We're going to take a left turn here. And we're going to head east. Thank you, co-pilot. Alright. We're going to try to figure out where we're at here. Alright, we are now heading north, and we're going to turn back around, and we're going to go by my house. I hadn't had that in a few of my little practices. get her. Now we're heading east. We want to turn around and head west before we... So we're going to make a nice slow turn here. I got to figure out where I'm at here. There's Capron. We don't want to go that way. We're going to go towards Belvedere. Doing a very slow climb here. Probably pull my mixture back a little bit. Once we get some altitude, we're at 2,700 RPMs right now. Once we get up to about 2,000, we'll pull the throttle back a little bit. There's Poplar Grove, there's Candlewick Lake. We're going to come right back over. Alright. Level off. Now I'm just going to verify this is actually working, so... Alright. It's really hard to do when you're in VR to verify everything, but we're going to jump into YouTube, just make sure this thing's working. Shows it's working, doesn't it? Alright, looks like we're working. Let's verify sound. Test, test. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to KingPittDawg Racing. Yeah, that's not what I want to go into. What the heck happened there? Too far ahead of myself here. Test, test. Test, test. Alright, looks like we're good to go. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're actually going to cheat a little. I'm going to bring up Google Maps and kind of follow where I'm at, just because I don't know how to use the navigation in this yet, and I need to know how we get to... Once we get up by Madison, how we're going to have to take it we're going to have to head about what's that going to be? Somewhere around probably around 030 heading. So we can find Lake Winnebago, and then we got to go north of Lake Winnebago, and we'll find Kaukauna, and we'll fly to WIR and try to land on the drag strip up there. So we'll see. I don't even know if this thing's got enough fuel to get up there, but we'll try it. We'll lean it out as much as we can, get some altitude, get the pitch set right, and see if we can make it all the way up there. We should be able to. But just for fun, let's restart this.
Charlie 77 traffic, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, taking off runway 12, straight out departure, Charlie 77.
This airport is almost due east of my house. It's slightly to the north, but I'll show you there. We're going to take off here. Alright, we're going to leave everything where it is by default because it doesn't do too bad. Alright. Runway 12. Okay, again, I'm going to get rid of the yoke. We got to go into cursor mode. It's kind of tricky getting used to moving this all the time, so we're going to go ahead and get the throttle up. Let's kill the brake. Alright, now we got to get right out of cursor mode here right away. Airspeed is active. We're looking for 50. Okay, we're going to rotate. Seems like we got a pretty strong wind here. Alright, co-pilot. Can you get rid of those flaps for me? Did it get rid of flaps? I don't know. Alright. Still climbing. We're going to climb up to about 1,500 feet and then we'll level off and find my house. Alright, there's Caledonia Lake. There's the airport, so we're going to make a complete turn around here. Because Candlewick Lake there is northwest of my house, so... There's the airport, and then you can see all these houses over by the airport there to the left. They are actually attached to the... These are people that come out of the Chicago area and that, and people that... affluent people in the area. And these are the... You see the drives there? Those are actually taxiways. Almost every one of those houses has a hangar, and they can fly right out of their own hangar, their plane garage, whatever you want to call it, and get right onto the taxiway there. You see it. Over here down below us right now is where the there's some condos there that actually have access. They can come around there, and then there's the museum is that right there with the kind of green roof there. So all right, we're up to about 2,300 feet. We are going to head right down towards my house. I'm going to pull the throttle back a little bit. What a 78. Yeah, I hate having to get back in and out of this. I wish there was a way you could grab the controls. So, alright, so we're going to head down right there. I see it. Right here, we're going to fly right over the top of my house. Actually, I might circle down and go a little lower, but we'll fly right over the top, then we'll make a circle here around through the school over there. You see the school complex to the left. And we're picking up a little bit too much speed. I think I got too much pitch in this thing. Let's see if we can get the pitch. Yeah, well that's way too much. We'll start around 1 and see how that works out for us. Now we're going to turn our mixture down just a little bit. Yeah, we're going into the... I'm getting better at switching this here. Let's see. Okay. So we're at about 127 knots. That's safe zone here, so we're going to come around. There's the school complex. There's multiple schools there. There's a... can't remember which... I think the middle school is the first one, and then the grade school. Maybe it's the other way around. But that's the city of Belvedere there. That is State Street right there. It goes down there and takes a right. We're going to make a big swing around here. It's the Boone County Fairgrounds right there. And the fair is currently going on right now, actually. Right in front of us. You see the track there. It's where we were at the other day. Watching the Antique Tractor Show. Alright, we're going to spiral down here. Picking up a little more speed than I really want to, but we'll grab the throttle and throw it back a little bit. Quit. Alright. So here we are. Whoop, shoot. I hate how you have to keep going in and out here. Alright, we're going to swing right between my house and the field next to me. Or actually, we can go right over my house right there. Right below the crooked house with the trees. It's not a perfectly accurate description, but it's pretty close. They do a pretty good job taking it from a screenshot. Now there's wires there, so we're going to watch around as we turn back around here. We're going to watch for those power lines. And this is where you can see right where the airport is, right there, straight ahead of us. So slightly to the, I guess, to the northeast, I guess. It's hard to tell because my house is crooked, so it's hard to tell what direction I'm looking. We'll swing around here. We're maintaining altitude and airspeed decently. We want to stay above 1,000 feet over residential areas. Now, I kind of lost my position here. Where are we at here? What is that? Yeah, we're coming up. So we're coming down. This is Beloit Road and Spring Creek. 900 feet. We're gonna go up above the towers, and there's my house again, right there. All right. So now we're gonna pitch in a little bit more throttle here so we can get some altitude. I need to do this really quickly. Wait, actually, I think I can. Yeah, there we go. All right, now we're gonna grab 76 here, the road. Let me find it. Oh no, we're right over my house. Okay, so this is 76. We're gonna cut straight northwest, and we're gonna go towards Madison Speedway. So I need to get some. I need to get some pitch in this thing because it's definitely not. There we go. Now we're picking up some speed. All right, we're gonna climb here. I want to get enough. We're gonna get a little pitch in and let it auto climb by itself. So we're gonna cursor mode, pitch wheel, and we're gonna bump it up a little bit. We must be facing a headwind of some sort here. 110 there, the 19, right about 11. Losing a little bit of. We'll keep it at 11. And right now we are going to head over near Rockford. And we'll catch the interstate and follow that up. Mixture, what are we at? 50%? We can turn that down a little bit probably. Throttle's at 85. That should be good. And when you get out of cursor modes, we can pitch the plane a little bit. Alright, so we're flying over a lot of suburban residential here. And we're just about to come into the Rockford area. We should be flying, let's see, where are we at here? I think that's Riverside. Yeah. Should be coming up to the interstate here. I think we're going over. It's hard to kind of keep your bearings when you haven't been up here, but yeah, this is more residential here as we fly towards the Manchester Park area. There's Riverside over there, I believe. We should be coming up to I-90. And we are not climbing anymore. We might give it a little bit more throttle. I'd like to get up to about 4,000 feet. Actually, you know what we'll do before we head up there? We're going to go right over Rockford Speedway because it's still on this map. the now defunct Rockford Speedway. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 24, so... Alright, there's the interstate, I believe. So we're going to head towards McChesney Park. This is Rock Cut State Park that we're flying over now, and we should be heading right over the track. I wish they put more fuel in. Anyway, let's see. There's McChesney Park. There's Harlem. We should be just about. Rock Cut is right there. We're gonna probably have to turn over here. I think it's right over there. That's the 173 development, and we're looking for Forest Hills Road and 173. Okay, 173 should be the edge of the park there. So we should be just fine. Yep, there it is right there, right in front of us. Quarter-mile high bank track with a figure 8 inside. And we will fly right over that. This was... I don't know if they did the... I don't know what stands look like on this thing, but... we'll pick up a little speed here as we go over, but... Yeah, they're right... We're gonna fly right over there, and if you look straight across, that is... straight across the street is Menards right there. So right there is the Rockford Speedway, folks. Right below us. Figure 8, there's pit area where the shadow's over right now. Stands right there, the Forest Hills Lodge right there. So it's all gone now. You can still see the track, kind of. Because the banks are still kind of there, the dirt from the banks. But they've ripped up the track, and unfortunately, it is no longer with us. So let's give it a little bit more throttle, and let's see if we can pick up some altitude and some speed. I will put some... Yeah, there we go. So we're going to follow again. Right now we got... that's the Rock River right there. You see it winding and twisting its way. We're going to head straight up. We're almost to the Wisconsin border. And I am going to try to take the best shot I can to get straight to Madison. As we have our slow climb here. Put a little bit more pitch in it. Perfect. Look at that. We're hovering right where we need to be with our speed. So we'll quit that. Get out of our cursor mode. So we can steer. Alright. So over to the right. Right over there. See where that says Roscoe right there? That is I-90 going up there. We're going to try to take a straight shot up by Madison International Speedway. We've got to find Stoughton on the map, and then we'll see. Maybe we can trim this thing out a little bit more. We're running 25-20. We could probably... Well, we want to keep climbing a little bit. I don't understand the trim 100%, but we're gonna trim this down just a little bit and see if we maintain or lose. We can get some power. We're picking up. Now we're losing RPM now. Let's go to 44%. Seems like a good number. And then we'll run over to our fuel, our throttle. We'll throw it back just a little bit, see if we can get it right where we're climbing a little bit, but maintaining speed. So that looks pretty good right there. Again, we're following, there's Beloit, Wisconsin. If you look to the right there, that's our interstate we're wanting to stay with. It's way over to the right. Again, we're going to try to take as straight a shot as we can. See if we can lean this thing out a little bit. We're still maintaining speed. Now would be a good time to play with the trim here. So let's play with that a little bit more again. If we start gaining speed, Then we know we're getting better power. And we are. Okay, that seems like a good spot. We're still gaining speed just a little bit, and we're still getting some altitude. Alright, so way over there to the right now, that is the interstate. We're going to follow, because we're going to go straight up. We actually want to go northwest, so we're going to try to follow the Rock River here and stay straight on the path here to get over Madison International Speedway, and then we'll head up towards Wisconsin International Speedway if I get enough fuel. This thing didn't give us a lot of fuel. I wish you could add that. I wonder if you can. Alright, we're still climbing. We're maintaining roughly 105 knots. Shouldn't take us too long in this thing. At 105 knots, we'll be up there in no time. We must have a east wind, which seems a little odd, but so you have to steer into it. I think on that note, I'm going to bring back up the yoke there, so we can see it. Okay. Alright, we're still following the Rock River here. We should be north of the border now. That might be, well, that might be, where are we at? Where's it telling me I'm at? I think that's Beloit. So we should be heading up to Janesville. Should be somewhat straight ahead of us here. That's where I worked for about 15 months, up at the Gerber Collision up there as the GM. Yep, we're going the correct way because that's the Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport. There's I-90 off to your right, that long stretch of so we're going to let it kind of naturally turn here. We'll just straighten it as we go. Because Janesville is going to be just north there of the target. We're still climbing a little bit. 2,520 RPMs. I don't know how to read the fuel burn rate on this thing, but so Janesville is up there to the, just over the, if you look straight over where I'm looking, that's where it's at. And that, the lighter part of Janesville, that's the developed area like north of town there. Like off of 14 and 26. If I remember right, one of those is Milton Road. I can't remember. I would get them confused. One of them goes to Milton, one goes to, goes north, I think, to Edgerton. So we're at about 3,140 feet. We're going to keep shooting north here as we fly next to the Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport right over the Rock River. Take a look at the Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport. That's been vastly improved by the Hendricks family from ABC Supply, which is based in Beloit, right over there. There's Janesville. And we're going to look ahead. I believe Stoughton is off to our left up there. If it's showing me the target for it already. One of them is Oofda. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. One of our checkpoints. KJVO. Alright, so we'll follow the Rock River up here. You can still see the interstate. Now the interstate, you see right there around James, and it curves over. So, I believe we got maybe a few more minutes here before we can see Stoughton. And then we'll go due left, swing over Madison International, and then... well, now we're trimming to the right, huh? Wind's changed. Alright. So now we're crossing the town of Janesville, about 66,000 people. We're heading to Stoughton. Which, if I've done this by my gut, we should be heading right towards Stoughton. And I believe that's Oregon over there, so right in between there on Highway 138 is Madison International Speedway. Looks like our fuel is still good. That is, I think, Lake Kagansa, if I'm not mistaken, right there between Janesville and Edgerton, right up there. And we are still climbing very slowly. Probably burned a little more fuel doing that, but I wanted to get some altitude. Obviously, if this was a real flight, I'd be checking the weather patterns and everything, but we're just flying by the seat of our pants here. Still running 2,520 RPMs. We're still maintaining about 108 knots, roughly. Looks like we just hit an air pocket there. 110 knots now. 3,640 feet, very slow climb. See our shadow down there? That's really cool. Man, this is so cool. I knew all these roads here. Where that's coming off of Janesville. That might be. Let's see. I think I can get there going down here, just from driving from work to the speedway. But it went through some weird areas. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it hasn't told me yet, but I'm pretty sure that's Stoughton right there. And we want to go west, so I don't need to. It's starting to, see the wind's starting to push me to the right now, we're still heading 357, so almost due north. Now that's Fulton, so Stoughton must be to the left. I'm sorry, to the right. I'm pretty sure that's Stoughton over there. So we're going to keep going this way because we need to find Highway 138. Which is straight shot. I'm pretty sure Stoughton's right there, and then I think we're going to get on 138 right here. We've still got a slight climb. Maybe get to about 4,000 feet and we'll level off. We're burning up quite a bit of fuel, I would think, doing this. There's Fulton. There is, I believe that's Stoughton right there. Oh, that's Edgerton. Okay, so we are probably heading to Stoughton here. Okay. So that's 90. Edgerton. Stoughton's going to be a little bit north of that. Wished I knew all of this, but I don't. Edgerton, so we're actually a little bit farther away from Stoughton there. There's I-90, which goes all the way up to Madison still. You see it snaking over there between Lake Kaukauna there and... Let's see. Here is the Rock River. My former boss had a house on the Rock River up here by Edgerton. Alright, well we're going to keep heading about due north and then we'll cut over because we do have a little bit to get to Stoughton yet. It's about an hour from my house by a car, so I don't know how far we're in on this. I can't see the ticker. We did screw around for a few minutes flying over my house in the Rockford Speedway. Yeah, if anybody ever says we don't have enough farmland, all you can do is take a plane ride. Look at all that farmland. That's how we feed the world. Alright, we're at 4,000 feet. I am going to trim this down just a little bit. If we can level off, pull the throttle back, the fuel back a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay, so let's see. We got Blackburn, Matson. I think maybe that's Stoughton. I wish that you could look right at it and it'd tell you. I can't adjust it, I don't think. I'm learning as we go. Yeah, there we go. There's Stoughton. Okay, so we're gonna make a little bit of a left turn because we want to go right in between, and we're gonna fly over the Madison Speedway, and then hopefully we'll have enough fuel to get up to Kaukauna. I don't know why it doesn't fill it up. Or more fuel weight is more load on the plane. So planes out, weight very important on planes. Every few pounds makes a big difference. So. All right, we're about 3,800 feet roughly, and we're still running about 110 knots. We could probably cruise at about 100. But we're going to lose some altitude doing that. Alright, there's Stoughton, so we're going to find... We're going to bleed some altitude here just by pulling the throttle back, so we can get a better shot of the track when we go by it. We'll go down to about 75%. Alright, we have got to find... an air pocket there or something. Kind of jumped. Alright, there is Stoughton. There's Oofda. And I think, pretty sure that's 138 right there, and I think that's Oregon almost straight ahead of us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it right there. Alright, I think I see it. I do see it, okay. Right straight ahead of us, right there, if you look right over the compass, is Madison International Speedway, Wisconsin's fastest half-mile paved oval. And you can see the outlines right now of the quarter-mile track as we head towards it. We're doing 111 knots and bleeding off about 250 feet per minute. And we're going to take a nice low run here, pick up a little speed. I don't want to gain too much. Why do I not have control? Oh, okay. There we go. Alright. So, straight ahead of us there is, I think that's Oak Hill Road or something, and then you can come up here to the Speedway. We're gonna... picking up some good speed. We won't pick up too much. We'll make a circle around, but give the aircraft a little pitch so we can see it better. Here we go. Madison right there. We're gonna get it. I don't want to go overspeed the aircraft, but there it is. That is the quarter mile you're seeing right there. The backstretch of the half mile is right now is covered in trees. So we'll go down here and swing around and come back by, and then we'll head up to WIR. We're doing pretty good on fuel as of right now, but it's a little bit of a hike up to WIR, so alright, we're going to use these trees over here to turn around and come back and catch this little, I don't know what that is, some sort of road. Doesn't really look like there's anything there. That right there, so there's Oregon. See, that goes in, see that where it turns into 2-lane there, just past the track entrance, and then goes up. And if you look up there, you actually meet up to the belt line at Madison up there. So we'll start our turn now. We don't want to get too hard of too heavy of an angle on your bank. We're going to try to maintain our speed as we swing around. Where is it at? There it is. That, right. Where's it at? I'm missing it. There it is. Okay. That's going to see, there's the track right over there. We're going to go swing right by it. I'll take a nice low pass here. Try to stay in the field so we're not... And then we are going to, once we get done here, so coming at us here is the pit area on this side of the turn 1 banking there, and you can see the shape of the pits there, and then on the left is your parking lot. And as we fly over, you'll be able to see there's the quarter-mile track in the middle. Well, the best in the business of stock car racing have raced here. Mark Martin, Dick Trickle, Joe Shear, Tom Refner, and others on the wall of fame over there in turn 3 and 4. And we're going to bump our throttle up a little bit here. About 2490 RPM is good. Alright, we're heading due east right now. We are going to take a slight left. And we're going to head. See if we can make some... put a little bit more pitch in it. So we can get some altitude back. Oh, I was. Oh. We're gonna go northeast right now. We're gonna need to go to probably 060. Not really gaining any speed or any altitude, so could probably play with the trim a little bit and see if we can lean this thing out and try to get some better fuel mileage on the way up there. There's all the lakes up by Madison, Wisconsin. Trim seems pretty good there. Let's move over to the... Pardon me. I usually try to do that not on the microphone. Alright, we're starting to gain a little altitude. And we are heading 050, just slightly north of northwest. I think we are flying over 90 now, coming up and flying over I-90. I kind of lost track of where I was here trying to get all this trimmed out. We'll figure it out as we go here. Again, we're flying by the seat of our pants here. Heading 056. Deerfield. Man, that's touchy. There we go, 72.0. Cambridge. I think if we could find 151, which I think goes through Cambridge, we could follow that all the way up. Because there's 90. Oh, by the way, those who are wondering about the HECS and if our internet is working, I keep getting constant bandwidth warnings and that while I'm on this, so still not getting the good good internet connection I'm wanting. So, all right, we're at 2,300 feet. We're pretty steady at 107 knots. I don't know if we're gonna have enough fuel to get up there, but I wished I could find. There's 151. We're heading 86 now. We're almost heading due north. We need to go. There's Rockdale. There's Cambridge. Alright, I think that's 151 right there. I think that's 151. If we find 151, it'll go right up, all the way up there, basically. Once I get to the lake, I can find it pretty easily. County Road KK in Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Wisconsin International Raceway. Right now we're heading due east. Did I say due north? Due north is 0. Sorry, people. Oakland. How did we get in California? Where is 151? Come on, it should be heading... I'm heading almost due east. It should be going that way. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break, people, just to look at my navigation, so bear with me here. We're going to pause it. Is there somewhere I can look in here? I don't know exactly how to do it. Well, we'll figure that out eventually, but... I'm going to take a little break here and take a look at the map. I will be back in a few minutes. Alright, there y'all are settled up on there. Right on my chair. Alright, I think I got it figured out. We might actually be able to fly over Slinger, too, if I do this right. So, looking at, we're right at Cambridge, right? So, yeah, if we go due east from Cambridge here, let's see, where is it at? Sun Prairie. We're at Deerfield, Cambridge. That's east of Madison. If we keep going due east, yeah, actually, no, Slinger would be over by Hartford. We might be able to find it. Yeah, because ideally we find Columbus to go up to WIR, but I'm thinking maybe we'll stop by, we'll swing by Slinger. So let's see if we can do that. I'm going to keep an eye on this. There's probably a way to do this on a map on here that I don't know how to do yet. But again, I just jumped into this morning, did a couple of test flights to get familiar with controls a little bit, and then I haven't landed successfully yet, so we'll see. It's really hard to get that throttle control. I got to figure out, maybe set the controls so I can do like R1 with the stick for throttle and mixture. I'll have to see if I can set that. Alright, VR is back on. Okay, so we're going to go back to resume. Alright, right now we are heading due east. And if we head due east, if I look up here from my map, we should be able to find... Let's check that out, see if that... let's see, we go cursor mode, go up to our thing here, our little EFB. Flight planner. Yeah, we're doing too much of a left turn here. Do I zoom in somewhere? Let's see. Alright, we gotta get out of this real quick just to... Okay, there's Lake Mills. What else we got? We're still heading fairly east. If we go up here... I wish I could zoom that in. Because actually you can see right on the map, you can see that big lake right there is, that's Winnebago. That's where we want to go. But now I'm wanting to see if we can swing by Slinger. I wish I knew if you could stop and get fuel. So we're going to go over Lake Mills here. So give me just a second. I'm going to look outside the screen here where Lake Mills is. I can't really read it. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, if we keep going there, we'll be up by Economalock. We'll need to take a... Well, we actually want to go... We do want to go northeast even here to get to Slinger, because Slinger is just northwest of Madison, or of Milwaukee. Okay. Oh, it did pause me. Okay. Alright, we're going basically due northwest here, so if I can find something recognizable, like Hartford or one of those, we'll see if we can swing by Slinger. So, otherwise, northwest is good, and we can see on our map over there, I think that's Lake Michigan there. Oh, actually, you know what? No, that's okay. That's not zoomed in at all, or zoomed out at all. What is this right in front of us here? Milford. Oh, that's Lake Mills still. Okay. Okay, so that's actually... Alright, I see what we're doing. Alright, we might be on a good path here. Milford. Johnson Creek. Al's Airway. There's an original name. That might be the Fox River. No. I don't think so, actually. Johnson Creek. Where else we got? We're still doing northwest, just slightly east of northwest. I don't know if we're gonna have enough fuel. There's an airport. Navigating by the seat of our pants here. If I knew how to work this thing, I could probably figure it out, but I don't know how to work this map here. Alright, we're going to go about 060 here. 064. It's moving us a little. Air's moving us a little bit. Say Watertown. What do we got over here? Watertown. That's right, I bought a car in Watertown. One of my Supras I bought in Watertown. And it was on... wasn't it on a river lane or something? It was right by the river. Emmett. Still heading pretty much northwest. Might be able to... what do we got over there? Boy, it picks up 30 degrees quickly there. It's starting to get easier to do these controls. What do we got? Where's our Emmett? Lebanon? Lebanon? We're on the wrong side of the earth. Okay, we've leaned it out a little bit, see if we can get a little bit better economy. We may be just flying to Springfield, or Slinger. I'm going to cheat a little bit here. Well, no, I'm in a perfect path to get to Slinger. We just crossed Lebanon. There's Lebanon. We need to go this way. Actually, I'm just going to let the plane steer itself. With the wind here. Lebanon, we're going east. Oh, we're going almost due northeast. Yeah, Lebanon. Yeah, boy, we're maybe a little bit more east. Trying to lean us out so we can get a little better fuel economy here. We're losing the altitude. I really don't want to mess with the throttle too much. I guess we'll put a little more mix in it. Still kind of heading northwest. Still maintaining 2,500 feet. Turning northwest again. Okay, there's Hartford. So Hartford should be straight in the way there. Oh yeah. We get to Hartford, we're almost a slinger. There's Hartford. So almost straight above my compass should be Slinger, and it's not far. We can kind of play this out here, losing some altitude right about there. Come on. All right. No. Alright, so we are still heading northwest. There's Slinger right there, alright. Now I am going to actually dial back throttle and lose some altitude. So we can lose some altitude here. Now, let's see, Slinger Speedway is right off the interstate, so there's the interstate, I believe, 41. Okay, we'll slowly lose altitude, we're maintaining about 105 knots. Using less fuel. Let's see if we can find it. I'm not 100% sure. We're getting close. It should look just like Rockford from the air. In fact, I think I see it actually. Pretty sure that's it right there in front of us. No, there's no trees in the middle of it. That can't be it. No, that's development. Still can maintain 105 knots, so that's good. Okay, let's take a look out. There should be a big hill there because it's by a ski slope. So let's see. I think we're coming into the hill here. I'm still maintaining good speed and losing a little, bleeding off a little bit of altitude. There's Slinger. Oh, there it is. Right there. There's the Slinger Speedway. Oh, wait a minute. That's not it. No, that's not it. No, that's just a circle. Actually, I can't tell where it's at. Is that it right there? Oh, yeah, it is. That is it right there. So, I inadvertently found it. Yeah, there's the ski slope stuff. And there's our racetrack right there. With the fastest quarter mile, they run 11 seconds at that track. You can see how high banked it is even here on the video there. There's the pit area there. Alright. Now, we need to go almost due north. Alright, let's punch up the throttle a little bit. And then we'll jump over here to the fuel mix. Come on, get on there. Come on. Oop, wires, 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 wires. Alright, well, we got some altitude anyway. We'll keep our fuel mix at 66%. Oop. See if we can get some altitude so we can find Lake Winnebago. So, I don't know if you can really see Lake Michigan from here or not. Still not going north. Yeah, we are going to go due north from Wayne here, so okay. We're looking pretty good. Alright, we're at Wayne. We're going to go due north. If we follow right along the right side of Lake Winnebago, we should be good. Campbellsport, yep. We're going to go to the north of Campbellsport. Yeah, pretty much right. We're pretty much heading the right way. As long as we keep steering right. Pretty sure that big blue in the front of us is Lake Winnebago. Probably be getting a little bit better fuel efficiency if we were higher up. I only have us at a slight climb. We're trimmed out pretty good. As soon as we find Lake Winnebago, we can, we should be getting pretty close. Eden. Yeah, there it is. I see it now. Alright, we're gonna shoot for the northeast corner of it. Because Kaukauna is just to the north at the very tip. It's just slightly to the east of the edge there. So we'll follow Lake Winnebago there. There's Eden. We are gaining some altitude a little bit. Just with the trim, so I know I need to make an adjustment every so often. Some odd looking fields with some of this. Must be for the water retention or water drainage. Not sure. Dinner bell? Eden. I wish I could. What's the one right there? Come on, I'm focusing on that one. We're still doing okay on fuel. Empire? I don't see that. Should be seeing my Fond du Lac is already should be right over there. There's thing keeps turning itself here. Oh, look at all the windmills. Things are tall, because I'm at 1,800 feet. What else we got? I'm pretty sure that's Fond du Lac over there. Alright, we finally got into the warning on the fuel. We should have plenty. We're just got to get around the lake here. So I think if we go now, if we go almost due north, we're going to run right to Kaukauna. We'll lean it out as much as we can, but I think we're okay at this point. Alright, there's St. Peter. Fond du Lac, right there. Okay, so we're right at the southern edge of Lake Winnebago. So I believe, looking at my GPS over here in our orientation, if I go straight ahead now, we need to go straight north here. Again, we're going to try to land on the drag strip at Wisconsin International Raceway, so far I haven't been doing very good on landing because I have trouble hitting these controls. It looks like the stream is still active. So we're going to come up through Pipe, Brothertown, Stockbridge, Sherwood, and then it is due north of Sherwood. So I'm going to let the plane turn itself here, and then we'll straighten her out as we need to. That's a big lake. Still maintaining 105 knots, and we're about 2,000 feet. We're coming up to the edge of the lake here. We're going to follow this straight up. In fact, I'm pretty sure that road right there is what we take going up here, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I wonder if I put a little rudder in, if I could keep it from doing that. Nope. Now, it's the one thing I do like about wing over aircraft. You can see. Where if you got it, you'd be looking through wings trying to see stuff without it. Alright, Stockbridge is ahead, and we'll keep going through these small towns, and we will go straight up here to Kaukauna. Alright, crossing Stockbridge. Should be Appleton over there to the left, I believe. Village of Harrison. Oh, that's actually where we're heading. Alright, we're going to dial back the throttle a little bit. I sure would. We should be getting pretty close here. Where is Kaukauna? It's going to be our pin up to the north there, I think. Not getting any. There should be an airfield right by the track, so it should come up on here. I would think an airfield would come up. There's Kaukauna. Okay. So where is the airfield? Because that's right by the track, literally. Right by the track. We're gonna give ourselves some more mixture here so we have some throttle response. Little chute. I think it's right over there, but I think we're too far away out here to be for the track or for the airfield. Oh, shoot! I'm right at the track. There it is right there. I'm like looking for the airfield. Where's the airfield at? Is that it right there? It's not even marked here. There is Wisconsin International, the very unique, not the little quarter mile there, the strange shaped track right there that I was just at last week. Definitely unique. It's almost like Darlington, I guess you would say. It's almost like a mini Darlington. And there is the drag strip we are going to try to land on. So, there's the prep part of the track. So we want to go down to the other end. So we're down to 1,200 feet. Must be a school here. Alright, we're gonna go come down, run down, then we'll do a nice turn. There's the track there, right? Where's the track? Oh, there it is right there, okay. Okay, so the drag strip is back there. I don't think I want to come in. Maybe we can come in right over the trees. No, I think it'd be better to come in this way. Land down there before we get to any split in the drag strip. Maybe we can come down that way. I just don't know if there's a wall. I guess we'll aim to shoot past the treated part of the track. Oh shoot, I lost my bearing. Oh, there it is right there. Oh, that's not the track. There's the track right over there. Okay. Wait a minute, no, that populated, shoot. I lost it. There it is. Come on, you frickin' thing. Alright, we're at 30% flaps. Alright, there's the track. Two-thirds flaps, okay. Now we can throttle back a little bit. Alright. Oh shit. Oh shit, what that? Oh! Oh, that's what happened, okay. Stupid controls. I hate that when you lose your control when you try to make a selection. 6% because I want to come in nice and slow. Okay. Alright, where's my angle? Leading a little bit of altitude. Why can I not see the drag strip? Okay, we're going to come in from this way. So I need to come in, follow the road, and come right in that road right there. That's the drag strip. Okay. Yep, right there. So we need... where are they at? Okay. Over there? Okay, I see it now. I see it. I see it coming in. Here we go. Making our final turn. Shit. Damn it. I can't get the button to work. There it goes. Where's my flaps at full? Shit. Damn it. Come on. I gotta make another turn. Shit. Damn it. Oh shit. Okay, cool. Oh, so we'll run the track. There you go. So we go down in the turn one. It's somewhat high banked. 3 and 4 is not as banked. And we'll take another lap around the track here. Alright, there we are. So we're coming runway. It's going to be to the left. I guess technically it's not a runway. Alright, we're going to try this again. Alright, right now we're heading 210. Alright, there it is. I got a lot of flap in here right now. This thing wants to climb. I wish I could figure out these flaps better, but anyway, we're gonna try to keep our speed here. I gotta come all the way around. Where's my track at? We're at 900 feet, 60 knots and climbing. I lost the frickin' track. Shit. I just cannot work these. I think that's it right over there. Okay, yep, I see the blue building. Alright, flaps at 100. We got our trim up in case we need. Quit, over to throttle, interact. Okay, now we can adjust our throttle as we come in. Where's the... There it is. Okay, there's the track right there. There's my blue building. Where's my road? Wait a minute. Lost the track. Oh, it's right there. Shit. Okay. Crap, I'm gonna have to make another circle. We'll go around this big industrial field here. This is mostly storage buildings. Okay, I don't want to lose track of it. So busy trying to screw with these controls. It'd be so much easier if you could just reach down and grab it. Soon they'll come up with VR gloves, if they don't have them already. 66. Alright, where's my... Okay, there's my red. See, the freaking wings in the way. There's my red... There's my blue building. try to get as much of a run as we can here. I think I see it. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay. Now where's my road that comes around? I think I see it. We're coming right in here. Here we go. Shit, I lost it again. Oh, it's right here. Shit, I'm in the wrong way. Let's see if we can make a... Oh, well, we just stalled it. Shit. Where am I at? Oh, good. Alright, we'll try that again. Alright, throttle position 90, 69. Quit. Mix is all the way up. Let's try it again. Let's see where... Man, I was hoping to be able to do that without crashing. Dang nabbit. Oh, this is my flaps. Oop. Okay, throttle. We want the throttle to be under control so I can do it with the thing. There we go. 1,500 feet. We got a lot of altitude to bleed off. Okay, we got full mix. Our mixture should be pretty good. I gotta find the track again. Spiral down here. Where are those industrial buildings? Might be too far south. Oh wait, no, there they are over there. There's the track. Okay, alright. We're gonna do better this time. We're gliding in, gliding in. Alright, so there's the track straight over there in my view right now. We're coming in, we're at 65 knots. And we're bleeding some altitude. We're at 57% throttle. While I'm doing this, I want to make sure my trim is where it's supposed to be. 100%. Flaps are at 100. Okay. Alright. There's the track. Come back over here to the throttle. Oh shit, I just screwed up. Okay, now I can interact with it. Okay, there we go. Now I can steer. There we go. I had too much angle of attack there. We can't have that kind of angle of attack. We're going to go out here. Alright. So right there, we got to make this turn around this field here. As we slowly lose altitude, we can always throttle up if we need to. Which I think we do. Now right behind me is still... Okay. We're going to come over this field, turn around there at the little lake thing and come back around. Make a 180. Nope, too much angle with that. Come on, Kevin. You can do better than that. There it is, right over there. Still got to turn. We got some thrust. Oh, I'm too high. Try it again. I think there's a wall there, though. Alright, what do we got over here for reference? We got a little lake we gotta come back over. Baseball fields. Alright, now we're going left runway, or drag strip, whatever you want to call it. Alright, we're going to have to really, really glide in, miss those, hell, it'd almost be better off landing on the track. Those trees are pretty close over there, I don't know. See it right there. I don't think I'm lined up yet. Bring it back to idle. Oops. We got her on the ground. Oh, man. Well, we got it on the ground. Sorry, dude. Hey, well, at least we're at the track. Well, maybe we'll get out and let's see. Let's see if we can get a little closer. While parking brake is on.
W stream.
Okay. See if we can get out and take a look at the track. It's not letting me steer. Oh, I know why. Yeehaw! Well, we did it again. Oh, look at that. Hey! That was cool. How am I gonna get out of this one? Give it a little throttle.
Keep up with her work.
Everything's off. See if it lets me look at the track. There's the drag strip. Not incredibly detailed, but yeah, it's not quite that bumpy. It is a bumpy track, but not quite that bad. Yeah, and they don't show the walls, but I don't expect detail on this, but so this is a quarter mile where they usually have the like when they have like the specials like we went to. This is where this was actually like the infield pit area. So the bump is actually right about down in here. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, as you come down the corner into the corner, right about where the quarter mile starts here, there's a big bump. And if you're not set up right, you're going to have problems. Yeah, that's definitely not that bad. I know they do it for detail from the sky, but there's walls down here. There's a wall down here, so when they go out, they line up here and go out the back stretch. Go down there to 3 and 4, come down the front stretch. Now see how the my plane still over there. How'd you like to have to explain that one? See, I landed it okay. Damaged the running gear, but hey, we're alive. So yeah, the flag stand to be up here. The stands at this place are too low down here, so nobody sits down in like the bottom third. Yeah, this is your start finish line. There's a wall coming down here. And there's like one entrance right underneath the flag stand here to get on the track. I mean from the air, I'm sure it looks right. From the air. It looked pretty good from the air. Because this is the quarter mile track where they run the smaller divisions like street stocks and Bs and those type of cars. It's 5/8 of a mile. This is the restart zone down here. This would still be wall actually here until you get down here, and then it kind of flat curves into like a 45-degree angle, and then they got a tire pack on the end where that big square is. See, is that supposed to be the pit shack? Okay, I guess it looks fine from the sky. Yeah, and there's definitely not a there's definitely not a whatever that's supposed to be in the middle of the track. But yeah, so you come off, and we get down closer to turn 3 here, turn 3 and 4. Yeah, and that's actually the middle where it kind of looks like maybe quasi garage doors. That is actually where the tech shed is. And no, it's not chewed up that bad. I don't know what that's supposed to be representing. And what the heck is that supposed to be representing? Yeah. Must be something to do with trying to make it topography from the sky. I'm sure I'm probably the first one in Microsoft Flight Simulator to get down here and walk around Wisconsin International Raceway, so. Oh, look at floating rocks. Interesting. And this is like the overflow pit area here. So